Hey, what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? Hey, Epic Zeus, how you doing, brother? Nice. Just trying to see how this. I was looking on YouTube. We're flying right now in the Phenom 100. Hopefully the sound's okay. Let me know if the sound in the engine's too loud. I can turn it down. We're flying. We took off from Bangor, Maine, and we're gonna be going to Boston, JFK, and I'm just trying to test the ortho and going to Atlanta. Just doing a flight here, see how it looks. Let me go ahead and do an outside view. Okay, good. I'm also using a little Lua file I got for the shadows. I think it's working, or it's not as jaggy. We'll see if it works or not. Make sure I got loaded up here. I think I do. Yeah, I want to see how the bitrate looks on YouTube. Yeah, Scott, how do you quit? I quit. I usually get like a message saying, explaining it's quit responding. So I uninstalled, reshade this video, but it works fine. That's the only issue I have with it. Gotcha. There's the back. Sure this all works. Pretty cool. I believe. Nope, there's no tables in this one that I know of. Hang on. Nope. Yeah, this is a Carenado. Now I do it. I hated it, but they have put out a 1.1. And my disclaimer is this is a G1000. I don't use this for actual flight navigation. I wish I could. I wish I could disable it to save some frames, but I use the Reality XP Garmin, and that works a lot better for me. Yeah, you can only drink in this flight. No eating. You want to eat? There's a bag of peanuts under your seat there. So clouds are nice. I hope we can get some get a break in the clouds so we can see some of the scenery. Look at my. This is what I got right now, and now my settings. I've had a big increase or decrease in frames since the beta, like 15. I've done everything. I've made sure my hard drives are optimized. I'm at a 4.7 overclock. I'm all water cooled. My GPU, CPU. So I VSync on right now, so I'm at a stable 30 FPS, so it's okay. But I was getting a lot more FPS, so. These all have pop-out menus. Yeah, I run a Titan Pascal, the older version, not the new small P Titan that just came out, and it's pretty stable at 44 degrees, at the highest I ever seen it. It's that one really cools really well. So let's look outside real quick, see what we got going on. Beautiful clouds though. Just don't have, can't really see much of the ortho. Right now we're over the water. We already flew over, oh, no. We're going to Boston right there. No problem, man. You too. Oh, we just had a weather change there. Move the chat bar over a little bit so we can see that. Is that chat's kind of small on screen too? Gotta fix that. There we go. No, I was security forces in the Air Force. Military police. Let's zoom in and see the shadows. They're not as bad usually with that little jaggy edge. No, I went pre-ranger, but I didn't go to full ranger school because I deployed. But the last 2 units I was with Army military police battalions. It was very different, but it was all right. McGuire, yeah, dude. McGuire gets cold as hell, man. Tell you what. Oh, actually, I'm actually thinking about Fort Dix. I think McGuire gets cold as well. So, of course, Carenado, the aircraft, always look good. But we're getting a scenery change, I think, here. Or weather change, there we go. Yeah, man, that's cool. We have the whole service here. No, he's... Hey, Goose Milk, what's going on, brother? Alright, we can increase our airspeed, our ground speed, 278. I can make this a little bigger if you guys just can't see it. Yeah, pretty plain. Just don't like the G1000, so I'm using the Reality XP Garmin. Take a look at the back again. Nice. Yeah, I think McGuire, you landed at McGuire and went over to Dix. I think they're almost the same thing, aren't they? And I went there twice for training and it was cold as hell. Mountain Home. Mountain Home. Let me think here. Mountain Home. Mountain Home. Okay. I think I deployed with your entire wing back in 2001, 2002 at Agadir Air Base in Qatar. Colonel Stevens was a wing commander. The Air Force Cross winner or winner recipient. You guys have S-16s and I'm trying to think what else you have. Mountain Home, the whole wing deployed though. I'm talking about you had, I mean, a bunch of people there. And Colonel Stevens, I believe his name is. No, Colonel. No, it was Colonel. Is it Andrews? I think it's Colonel Andrews. Sorry, he was in the Gulf War, shot down, POW. He escaped once, and then he got captured. When he escaped, he got captured again. So when I saw him at the actual ECPs, going out to the flight line, he would stop. Get out. He was really awesome. He'd actually have a map in his little cargo pocket in his flight suit, and he also had 2 9mm He wore 2.9s. And he said, I'm not, I was like, sir, we're going to ask you why you wear 2.9 mils, because usually it probably only uses one. It's like, well, if I go down again, I'm not going down. I'm not getting captured alive. I'm going to take as many guys out as I can. I thought that was pretty awesome. He's a beast. Yes. The EK Waterblock has been, for my GPU, been awesome. I mean, let me just show you my, real quick, since we're here. Let me show you my temps right now with the Titan. You guys can see it right now. Look at my temps. Very, very low. At 112. I had to change. I was using, right now I have VSync on, so the FPS is little. I was using, it was good. I was using a thing called C1000 for the water cooling, and it really gunked up my CPU water block, gunked up my GPU. So I got rid of all that. I had to do a complete flush, clean it out. Now I just use distilled water and PT Nuker for the algae stuff. So you can see it's pretty. Right now I'm overclocked right now to 4.7 with hyperthreading on. So that's pretty high. High load. I'm just doing a test right now. Make sure I don't have any blue screens, and we're not doing too bad. So. How you doing, man? What's up, Vision? Alright, starting to see some land mass here, finally. Yeah, I got this computer on a real good deal. So I got everything for about 3,200. So wasn't too bad at all. Now I'll tell you, this plane is pretty. I could turn off the VSync right now and get more frames. But one thing that is kind of crappy is the Garmin. Like I said, the Garmin. I wish I could disable the Garmin 1000 or G1000 because I don't use it, and it's a frame killer. All right, so we're going over JFK right now. Let's go ahead and move that. And we got a lot of weather still, damn. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I have two cards, two small little SSDs that go into the motherboard. I think they're older version MC2s, but they're pretty awesome. Right now we got a lot of autogen, so got the overlays to ortho. I've been trying to figure out why my stream or my game has been looking, or the frame's been taking such a hit since the beta version. I've tried everything. I don't know what's going on. I've tried deleting stuff and don't know, but it took a pretty big hit since the since the beta, the release client for me. Yeah, I have no idea. That's why I've been hearing different people have different problems. I have no idea what's going on. I did update my NVIDIA drivers, um, deleted the preference folder, took out all the add-ons, running at 4.7 overclock. I even tried turn down number of objects. I turned down. I don't have really with anti-aliasing. I have no hits really. Even tried to turn down texture quality. It's just something's different. I don't know. A slight weather change here, but see how we're doing. Yeah, because you see how the weather changed because our speeds changed. It's a little bit. All right, actually I thought we're over JFK. Sorry, that was actually Boston. So that was the airport was Taylor. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath, man. I love P3D2. I'm just some things. There's pros and cons for both. You know. Hey Mo Media, how you doing, man? I hope P3D 4 version 4 is 64-bit and the add-ons are compatible and they can do a lot more things with like the terrain, scenery, the aircraft. Of course, the biggest one is bass. That's always a big issue. So, hey Mo, are you having problems with your frames as well from beta to release client? Because I'm noticing a pretty big decrease in frames. So, not unplayable, but I'll tell you what, it's a lot different. Like if you look back at my channel, I have all these 4K videos and stuff. I'm not gonna be doing that many 4K videos in X-Plane right now because I gotta turn everything way down until I figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, I don't know. Like, let's just put my frames on real quick. Let me This is not a good plane to do a comparison for frames. It's so frame heavy because the Garmin and stuff. But I also have the extra Garmin on. Let's go to frames and damn it. So I've right now in the cockpit 27, 28, 29. It goes kind of iffy. 30s. I have VSync on. Let's turn off VSync real quick. I get more frames, but it might get might like really bad. I don't know. It's like a couple more frames. Not much. And for me, I really had the VSync on for streaming, so. Yeah, I need to. 'Cause, I mean, I did a fresh install of drivers. Got older drivers, newer drivers. I did overclock. I increased my overclock from a 4.5 to a 4.7. All right, disable. Okay. Wow, I got 10 more frames right there. Okay, turn off VSync. So we're about close to the aircraft, but yeah, I got about 10 more frames right there. I'm also using that 4K cloud set. I turned that off and on. Wasn't too much of a difference there. So I wasn't getting that big of a hit. How's it look on you guys' screen with me doing this? this the circle. I might need to change my X and Vario settings. I don't know. I also want to turn off the weather here. X and Vario settings right now. Let's see here. Yeah, true. No, range has a lot to do with it too. Okay, yeah, that's why. Let me turn and make sure everything's back on. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I keep it on the V-Sync. I know, I know I do have an ultra wide screen, and X-Plane runs excellent on that with the G-Sync. It runs great, but of course it's really hard to stream in that. But I don't know. But that's on another computer. That's a 479K overclock to 4.8. So no, I'm using a whole different Epic. I'm using a different computer for the actual stream, so it's not it won't affect anything. Hey, Happy Camper, how you doing, man? Oh, cool, man. Appreciate it. Maybe my since I have all the ortho on too, along the texture quality, I'm not sure. They just had a weather change and a scenery loading. I can hear my hard drive going. Yeah, no, isn't that cool? Where are we at right now? What are your let's see here. X and Vario settings, I have it on max visibility at 160, minimum 44. I need to turn some of this down a little bit, I'm not sure. I'm also using that 4K cloud set, so maybe I should take that out and see if it, maybe it gets better. Only thing I've done, NVIDIA, is I think I tried turning the optimization, thread optimization off and on. Didn't see much of an issue. Prefer max performance, and let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Prefer max performance. What else? I had that off and on. Didn't see much of a difference. I can try to turn it off. VSync, use 3D application setting, perform preferred refresh rate, prefer max performance for management, and single display performance mode. maximum pre-rendered frames. I'm not sure what that. I looked online about that. It's more for. Didn't see much of an issue with that. Yeah, probably to restart the stream if I do that, huh? And I see the overclock's looking. I mean, I have this overclock I did is pretty good. It's pretty stable right now. Really. 4.7 right now. I have no issues with the overclock. I do have hyper threading on, so there's a little more heat. Yeah, I have a 4790 on my other computer, and I have that on not on hyper threading. I have that on just hyper threading off, and I can overclock that baby, and it's nice. I run my I actually render my videos and stuff using that other computer. It's with that card. I have a 980 Ti, and actually with X-Plane with the ultra wide screen with pretty high settings runs at like 45 or 50 in Seattle. So without ortho and stuff. So yeah, Vario 17 and 16 were great. If you go back to some of my 4K videos, I mean, I was panning, scanning, looked great. No stutters, no hits, no. And then Release Client came out, and it was like, what the hell's going on? You know? Don't know. Hopefully some of these clouds will go away so we can see what's going on. I mean, it's still flyable and playable and everything. It's not like it's killing me, but I do want to know what happened with the frames or what changed. I know one thing. If I try to play in 4K now, I have to turn on NVIDIA GeForce, and sometimes I can't even grab certain knobs or handles. Like if I try to grab this handle down here in 4K, it won't do it. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, I have no idea. All my other games run fine. I even took out the reshade just to see if that was causing some issue, but it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's going on, but anywho. Like I said, it's playing pretty hard on frames. It's not too crazy, but it's like I said. Yeah, sure thing. Hey, Donald, how you doing, man? With Ortho, once in a while, I'll get like 8,000 MB of textures loaded. I've seen that before. That was pretty crazy. I don't really have anything else crazy on. Yep. I might see maybe a frame or two. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, disable X and Viro. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, it almost looks like Xenviro like is really taxing the freaking GPU, and it's a Titan XP. So something. I wonder if it's those clouds too. Yeah, that's with VSync on. It looks it's yeah. Let's try default weather. Sometimes when I do that though, Xenviro will turn itself back on for some reason. Yeah, let me try a default weather here because they have made it look really nice. I've actually not tried default weather. How do I do real world weather? There we go. Approach. Oh, weather failed. Mother of God. What's going on? Oh, I don't know what the hell is going on, man. Approach. We're just kind of doing a test. Just flying around like in the ortho. Going over JFK. And when we going to Atlanta. So I'm actually getting a lot better, even with all these biometric clouds. I'm getting better frames without Xenviro. Add clouds manually. Look at that though. Wow. Yep. Thanks, Marco. We're just kind of testing. The guys are helping me out here, looking at different options here. See how it looks from the side here. They had done a lot better job with the clouds compared to when I first got X-Plane. I got X-Plane 10, but I got the beta. I loaded up and looked like there was like it looked like a rack and we're like burning trash with the big, huge black clouds. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, they are. Um, but yeah, I think it is Xenviro doing that because my frame time's a lot better. CPU, GPU times a lot better. I gotta turn some stuff down next Enviro too. Anyone else use disable VSync? I think it's off, isn't it? No, it's on. Couple frames. Yeah, they did a good job in the clouds. I'm glad. Oops, sorry about that. What else? What else do we have for weather? SkyMax. Does anyone else use that? I never used it. Yeah, it could be. Like I said, something changed because I used to have it when I had it on. It was. I mean, I was flying this CRJ and it looked really good. I'm also using that splitter, an HDMI splitter. So once in a while, the two displays, one to my computer or my one to my stream computer and one to my monitor. Sometimes it acts funny. Gotcha. I wonder if there's a leak in XMViro or something. I don't know. Or something's going on with it. Because I know it was working great in the betas and everything, and that maybe it hasn't been updated in so long. There's something going on. Not sure. Yeah. It's Ortho 2, so um, textures 5,292 megabytes. I have a 12 mega, or yeah, 12 gig card, so all right. Let's try XMViro now with let's change some settings real quick. See what we can do here. Yeah, I was a little concerned because they had this roadmap and it hasn't been updated in a long time. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? I'm just using the Reality XP one. I don't like the G1000 at Carenado. I don't like it at all. So this is what so basically you can add it in. You install it and you can add it to any aircraft. You can have two of them on if you want, one of them on. There's settings, and I have it doing almost everything right now for me. Really? Wow. All right, let's go in. Well, frames aren't too bad outside, but I think it could be the actual 4K cloud set too. Maybe it's just too much. Let's I don't know. All right, we're getting over close to Long Island here. Got a lot of stuff on too. Let's turn some of the stuff off. I think it's a lot on. Normal. Yeah, I need to get that Panthera too. Looks nice. All right, happy camper, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I know you can. I know it's not the same Garmin. Like this one has a little more functionality. This Reality XP, but you can update the air act data. Unfortunately, um, the cool thing about the Aerobask one, you can update the air act data. And I think you can also put your own charts in. So that's pretty cool. But you got to create them. Let's take a look. 2 hours, but we're not going to do the whole 2 hours. I'm just trying to do a test through the ortho. I got the whole US done, so tested a lot of it. Of course, I haven't tested all of it, but we got a lot of, I think, 7 terabytes of data. It's a lot. Yeah, especially like I have the Navigraph charts app. I can probably easily convert a lot of those to PNG pretty quickly. That'd be pretty neat. Show the cockpit. Right now I have the lights on, a little bit of the panel lights on. We can turn those down or turn those up. Those down. That's default. Without any panel lighting. Of course, it's a pretty cockpit. Carenado does a great job on their modeling. I mean, that's just a staple in Carenado. Flight model sometimes can be tricky. Come on. Don't have a track arm right now, or I would use that to show you around. All right, Long Island. I hear you. I posted something in the forums about this aircraft, and one of the guys in there, he means well, but he gets so offended about some stuff, and he has like probably a couple thousand posts. He's one of the actual devs, but uh, he's saying I was asking, are they going to pay for? Or we have to pay for the upgrades towards some of our favorite planes, Carenado, and they don't really have an answer yet. But I'm thinking they probably will. All right, Mo Media, will do, man. Appreciate you coming by. All right, changing scenery. Yeah, Carenado guy was kind of a douche, man. I gotta lie. I was like, yo. Yeah, he got really pissed off about stuff. I mean, he did like a whole page. Go on the forums and look. There's a page, probably 8 paragraph rant. I'm like on something that someone said, and it was like, wow. How you doing, Luke? Yeah, that's true. I might stream some DCS tonight too, because I have no issues in that with frames. That's for sure. All right, we're over at JFK real soon. Ground speed isn't too bad. Yeah, I want to try to stream Mission 14 of my campaign because people are having problems with it. And I ain't gonna lie, it's a bitch, man. It's hard. It's hard to sell. Um, because I don't give you guys mavs in that mission, but you fly out into Russia. Actually, it's a pretty cool mission. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, that's a fun mission, but you gotta be on your shit for that mission because you'll get shot quick. Yeah, I hear you, Goose Smoke. I love the Phenom though. Even though this is probably the worst plane to do like a comparison on frames and having frame issues because it's a hog for frames. But I like the Phenom, especially in prepared. I had it locked in pretty good with the Garmin built into the cockpit. The was it Flight One Garmin? Yeah, it was pretty nice. So yeah, well, check out my stream later tonight, Epic, and see what you think about the A10 the campaign. It's a cool mission. It's difficult, but it's pretty neat. So yeah, Huey, one of my favorite helicopters. Of course, my favorite plane is the A10 Charlie, of course. But there's some really neat planes. Never heard of it. Javier, never heard of that. Alright, see, we can see the airport here. There it is. There's JFK. We might actually go low on the cloud deck, under the cloud deck, so we can see some of this beautiful scenery. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do that. Gonna kill our gas, but it's all right. So we'll do a flight level change going down. Nope. Just up. So let's do this vertical speed. Nice, that'd be cool, Goose Milk. Get under this cloud deck here and see what we can see. Alright, Epic Zeus, man. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Roger that, man. The other night I was streaming on Twitch and we went over from I think Jersey to Pittsburgh, and there's some beautiful scenery there. Really nice. A lot of like rolling hills, like orange reddish colors. It was just really nice. So we took off. One thing I noticed when we took off from Maine, I didn't show you guys in stream, but there's a little issue with takeoff in this bird. It's almost like I had this issue with this, another aircraft. I guess to do with the X and Vario and the weather and the winds. But it was really leaning to the right to the point I had to almost do full left rudder. So I keep an eye on that. But Bangor, Maine, it's pretty cool. I want to start out. I'm probably gonna do a series on YouTube. This is fun over the U.S. Using Ortho and probably different kind of GA aircraft, the C208, C90. What else? This aircraft, the Phenom. Maybe use the Panthera, some other stuff. Javier, we're gonna head into Atlanta. But we're gonna go low and get under those clouds so we can look at the Ortho. So I'm about to add some fuel in the air. Yeah, but I want to do a series on this. Probably start from Maine and just head down the East Coast and then kind of go into the Midwest and to the West. I have a lot of scenery in the West and it's pretty nice. But the Ortho is pretty good. All right, at 15,000. Hopefully we get under this cloud deck. We can see this nice scenery here. All right, get over Jersey soon. I think we're in Jersey now, aren't we? Yeah. If I could turn this G1000 off somehow, I would like to do that. Probably get some more frames. Might have to drop a little below 8,000 and see how this cloud deck is. About to go a little lower, looks like. Alright, get into these clouds here, hopefully. Still in the cloud deck, man. A little lower. Our scenery changed a little bit, so hopefully we get out of this. There we go. Still overcast. Over Philly. works pretty good. I just basically under the options, I just turned on all the options you could to overwrite everything. So I have all this connected, and it works pretty good. It's following the course, and I did a ILS landing the other day. It was following the glide slope, but works pretty good actually. I don't like like I said, I don't like the G1000 is crap. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't really use it. I have it on right now, just I don't use it for anything. I wish I could disable it actually. A little police car down there. They're pretty low. Look what frames we're getting here with VSync on. 30. VSync off. I think we'll get a little more, maybe. Not much. Not much in the cockpit. Outside, you get a little more. Alright, scenery changed a little bit. So that's the only thing I don't like. It sucks is I have the scenery and the ortho on 2 hard drives, and it has to load like 7 gigabytes of data. So sometimes it'll have a pause for a couple seconds or slow the frames down a little bit. There's the airport, Philadelphia Airport. Nice. What's up, Black? How you doing, man? Are you back at home? Ah, Hawaii. Damn. Long way from home. Nice, nice. This is a Payware Bird. I'm using the Reality XP Garmin with it because I don't like this G1000. Is it worth the price? I don't know. I love the Phenom in prepared, but I'm kind of on the fence if I should recommend it to people. It's a cool aircraft, but it's a little pricey for what you get, and it can be pretty hard on frames. Alright, let's go ahead and get above the clouds for a while. Yep. It's X and Vario. They're gonna be updating hopefully soon. The actual the program, because it hasn't been out for like probably 4 months. Yeah, I agree, Whiskey. I watched a series. Actually, I was in bed, had YouTube on. I was or a stream or YouTube or something on my TV, and then I fell asleep. And then I woke up, and there was a series called something like that. I don't know if it's the same one, but these guys from the UK are in like uh, somewhere. I think I don't know where they're flying. They're flying like 208s and something else, but it was a really bad area. I wonder if that's the same one. They're what are they flying? They're flying something. I think it's 208s, but it was crazy. Does the show have like the guys who are British? A lot of them are British, aren't they? The pilots in that show. Yeah, like I said, it was funny. I woke up and I'm like, what is this show? I started watching it. It was pretty intense. There's a lot of places that like these airfields they actually fly into are nuts. There's actually scenery in Orbix has it. For I think it's Australia. It's clear. It's either Pago Pago or something. the area they're in. It's crazy. Or Papua New Guinea. It's crazy. Yeah, no, it's nuts. Let's see, we're at here. There's Dover. Think about getting that. There's two series I want to get. Salt Lake City by Mr. X just came out, looks amazing, and the Washington scenery area by Dyslexie, not Dyslexie. I don't know how to say his name. Let me see if I can find it. Dyslexia or something. Designs. It's pretty awesome for X-Plane. Yep, 208 Caravan. That's what it is. It's nuts. Must have had a weather change, because, yeah. Burn a lot of fuel now, though. Alright, 22 Whiskey, man. Have a good one.
All right, man. You too. Be good. You, hit me up when you get back in stateside, man. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna get a quick bite to eat. I'll keep the stream up here, and we're gonna just continue en route to Atlanta. Alright guys, I'm back. See where we're at here. Select Maryland, then Virginia. Looks like clouds are breaking up there a little bit. It's good. How you doing, man? Like we're just gonna skirt the Appalachian Mountains here. Scenery, default scenery is good. I'm using a program that's freeware. You can actually build your own scenery called ORTHO4XP, and that's what I use for the whole US. So you can't see it that well right now, but it's take imagery from Bing, Google, and you put it into the game, and it puts overlays, roads, vegetation. It's pretty nice. Really, really nice, actually. Let me Let me show you real quick. Let me turn off the weather real quick. That's the ORTHO4XP scenery. The biggest thing for that, you need hard drive space. It's not too hard at all. Look in the description. I have a link to a video that Luna's World did, and I used, instead of, he used the source for his ortho, he used OSM. I used BI for Bing, and zoom level 17. Unfortunately not, man. It's only an X-Plane 11 thing, or an X-Plane thing. Pretty nice though, huh? Oh, I hear you. Yeah, yeah, that's a big deal. What kind of plane do you fly, base? Yeah, so I do like, I've flown prepared for years in an X-Plane or a FSX. I like the fact that I make my scenery. I don't have any out of memory errors. Um, for me though, the beta ran more smooth than the release client, but still good enough. Um, I do like it better than prepared, to be honest with you. I did the whole US and ortho. Took a while, but and I do like it. The flight models, the way it feels. I do miss some things about prepared, like the flight, the AI traffic, Ultimate Traffic 2, that kind of thing. So yeah, basement. This right here is the same one, the Carenado Phenom. There are some really good planes. If you go to the org or the store, the X-Plane store, you can see the planes they have. There's some pretty good ones. They're gonna have more coming out too, since it just released. X-Plane 11 just went final release client. They have some more good planes you can fly and try out. Um, but the Phenom, one thing I don't like about it, even in prepared, is the Garmin or the G1000. In prepared, I have it this modified out so I can use this. This is the Reality XP Garmin 750, and in P3D and FSX I have the Flight 1. I use that with the Phenom in prepared. I don't like this Garmin 100 at all. From Carenado, I just don't like it, fortunately. You're not gonna see any blurries or anything crazy like that. Like, you know how prepared has some good features, and the biggest thing I think with prepared and FSX is the code is so old, and it's limited by the 32-bit operating system. That's the biggest downfalls. They have some great scenery, great weather. I love Active Sky Next or 2016. I love Ultimate Traffic 2. So hopefully when the P3D4 comes out, it'll be a game changer. I bought the Navigraph upgrades. You made the upgrade version for the actual Garmin itself? For the trainer, or for the reality one, or for the flight one?
Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I just for me, I just don't like the 1000 for the Carenado. I just don't like it, but to each his own. I do like this one. It's a lot easier to use. But like I said, the only thing you can't upgrade the Navgraph yet until they put in a new trainer out. That's the only downfall of it, but it runs really smooth and X-Plane. Really responsive. Let's see what we got for feel here. Still good. Nice. Yeah, it's really cool, especially for like if you're doing a course for GA flying. But you can find landmarks, cities, you know, different things. You can put more roads on, turn more roads off, that kind of thing. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. And like most Carenado birds, the interior is really well done. Now you'll see this little weird thing. This is a shadow mod I have on to help with the jagged shadows. But see how it's not jaggy right here on the shadow? Usually it is in X-Plane. I got a little Lewis script going. The aircraft and the models for Carenado, the actual textures are really nice. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. One gig will hold hard drive that'll hold X-Plane. Ortho, you can probably do a state. Like I did the whole U.S., which is a lot of tiles, like over 800 tiles. That took 7 terabytes. Um, yep, I agree. 1 gig hard drive, big enough for X-Plane. No, 1 gig or 1 terabyte. Yeah, 1 gig. Probably not. You mean 1 terabyte? All right, basement. Thanks, man. Yeah, 1 terabyte definitely. You can do a lot of ortho with that, and like I have on Zoom level 17, which means it's about 8 gigabytes per tile. All right, be right back.
All right, guys. Sorry about that, man. I had someone coming over to quote some housework, and that took a while. Sorry about that. I didn't know he's coming over at night. All right, so I don't know the hell we were at. All right, we're over North Carolina Virginia border here. Oh, that's gorgeous. I apologize, guys. I had no idea it was gonna take that long. I already put like a little notice in the chat. I'm surprised I didn't crash. When I left, I hit my throttle and it almost went to 0. BC Well, how many terabytes was the whole US? Approximately 7 terabytes. It's zoom level 17, Bing as a source. Look at those beautiful mountains. Thanks you guys for sticking around, man. Apologize about that. I like to try to use local handyman and that kind of things. People that I know are starting out. To give them a little bit of business. So you can see off the distance here, those mountains are beautiful. The weather's actually looking okay too. A little bit of clouds, but we're pretty clear for the most part. Show how we're doing here on fuel. Yeesh. Oh, we're good. Let's do 8 mile offset. Okay. It's starting to get a little dark too. See what time it is in cockpit here. UTC. Alright, local time is 19:08, 7 p.m., so it should be a little bit darker. Alright, start turning on some lights here a little bit. Alrighty, cabin. That's air conditioner. What am I doing here? Where's our lighting at? Hey, it's all on top, maybe. This plane. Got a little bit of lighting. I know some of the Carenado birds, yeah, these actually move, but they're not on right now. Alright, 202 nautical miles. Long flight. Went all the way from Bangor, Maine, all the way to Atlanta. Just kind of skirting the Appalachian Mountains here to our right. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm kind of upset because I can't really do 4K right now in X-Plane with the release client and using NVIDIA Shadowplay to record. Something's not right. I tried different drivers, overclocked, everything. It's just not as smooth as it was like in public beta 15. So I might have to do some 4K DCS or some 4K prepared. Until X-Plane gets, I've tried everything. I don't know what's going on. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep trying though, but I want to make sure it's as smooth. Like think back like the March 13 video and the other video, nice and smooth, even on the exterior pans and zooms, and just not getting that same fluidity right now with the release client. About 7 terabytes. For ortho, let's go ahead and check it. Let me show you what I got. I got 2 Toshiba X300 or 300Xs. Oops, sorry about that. For $200 a piece on Amazon. So this one here is full, almost. That's about 5.4 terabytes. This one is about 1.5 terabytes. So you're looking at about 7 terabytes, and I got these are what we're running the ortho right now. So they were, like I said, $200 a piece. And like right now, I've had no errors in this flight, but I had to do them on 2 different computers, like do a couple tiles over here, 20 over here. That takes like almost all night to do it, so I have it going all night. But you should test them, because if one little dot DSF or whatever it's called, DDS file, basically a picture, is off or not in there, out of like 100 of them, that little tile will, when you go through it, it'll become an error, and you can't use that tile, or basically your game has to be started. So had a couple errors in Texas, one in Alabama, but right now, as you've seen, this is all ortho. We went from Maine to Atlanta, looking really good. What's funny is, you see that when I zoom in closer, see how that goes away, the little the shadow issue. Got a Lewis script running. When you zoom out, kind of comes back. But this looks amazing, man. Let's look at the scenery. It's worth it. Beautiful mountains. If I had to do it all over again, I would probably just use, you can go in the INI file and then ortho and change it to use, you can change it to have an overlay with the ortho and that X-plane water, like a mix. If I do it over again, I'd probably just do the actual X-plane water, because some of the areas that have the water with the overlay have like cloud reflection of the cloud or something from their satellite imagery. But it looks pretty good, but I would rather just have that X-plane water for the streams and rivers and stuff. Yeah, but I'm not happy with the performance right now, because I was, like I said, I was getting the CRJ in 4K with full ortho and, you know, X and Vario. I was getting, I mean, it was smooth, you know. So, but we'll see if it's something. I mean, I've tried all kind of things. We'll see what happens, you know. Hope I can get it tweaks. I want to do some more 4K videos. But right now, the hopefully, like I said, the fluidity is not there. Like it was for some reason, so I'm gonna keep tweaking it. Yeah, I have a lot of Orbix stuff. I have a lot. I do like Orbix a lot. The only thing I don't like is the blurries, even with lower settings. And I mean, I've tried everything. Sometimes like adjust are faster, but Orbix is good. But you really can't beat with the overlays. Like even Orbix, you really can't beat that. And they can't really use that imagery because it's not their imagery, so they can't either buy it from like the USG or whatever. Home airport is KTUL, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we're a little far from home. Ground speed's actually looking pretty good. 296 knots. Pretty clear. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that. And when it gets a little darker, you can turn on these. You can't really see it too much right now. Yeah, this point is fun. Like I said, I don't like the Garmin or the default G1000, but with that 750, it's really fun to fly. That's gorgeous. I like the way the ortho overlays the mesh, and with the overlays, it looks gorgeous. Could turn off the strobes, but I kind of like them. I'm not using reshader right now, so it's not, the colors aren't popping as much as I usually do. I'm trying to test and see where the frame hit is. It's not the reshade for me. No, I'm using a stream computer, using OBS to stream. So basically, I have an HDMI cable coming out of my computer. It goes to an HDMI splitter that goes to my monitor, and then it goes to my stream computer, and you run an HD Elgato Pro, and then using OBS to for the encoding and overlays and stuff. Oh, I am definitely. I just want to figure out what's going on with the. I love it. Like I said, it's a little issue. I'll get it resolved. I mean, it's done me well. I love the actual flight models and some of the aircraft. My next aircraft I'm thinking about getting. They have the Aerobas, the Eclipse, the Panthera. There's also one. There's a helicopter that's ready for X-Plane 11. I saw. I think it's the Bell 412. Has autopilot modes. It has you can actually do CSAR missions. Like you can drop someone on a map somewhere and go winch them up and get them. I guess that looks pretty cool. I kind of want to do that with some of this ortho scenery. I think it'd be kind of nice. That is gorgeous, though. Make sure I don't have any. Yeah, that's off. Okay. If I had the reshader now, it'd be a little darker. But if these, well, I made a new profile. It enhances the color just a little bit. Gives a little more brightness, so like even at night it can be used. And I might post that. Yeah, they update a lot of their planes, man. They really do. Can't wait. They need to do some optimizations. Carenado birds are usually pretty hard on frames, at least in prepared and stuff. But they can optimize them a little bit and update them. That'd be great. $18 will start descent. Sure, our fuel's still good. We have should be good. We're kind of close though, but we got like 20 extra gallons, so kind of a little close. We start ascending though, we'll be able to cut back on our throttles a little bit. That's just gorgeous though, it really is. Do some more window views. They're just gorgeous. Yeah, I agree. Like it's amazing, and I'm gonna watch some videos. There's a guy called Ollie on Games or something. He does videos on patching and stuff. I'm gonna look at his videos tonight and see if I can patch a couple of airports. I do like the contours, but you can turn that off and on. in ortho to make it not flatten airports. But I want to try to fix my Lake Tahoe, because it's not. It's every time I try to mess with ortho, and it either has roads on the side of a hill or some crazy stuff. But I want to do some patches so I can actually do some contours in some of the airports to make it look really cool. The little plane right there, you guys see that, right? If you can see that little sparkle, that's a plane. I think it's a plane. It's way out there though. We could turn these lights on or not. Oh, you can't actually turn these lights on. See the little shadow, the little light over here, if you guys can see that or not. Pretty cool. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that. Pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. I think it does have something, like in the cockpit it has more hot clicks, you're right. But it's nice. It's not bad at all. At first I was a little pissed off because when I was before the 1.1 patch came out, the climb rate and the throttle rate, just the RPMs were off, and they kind of fixed that because you couldn't even get above Angel's 160 without. It was like at 150, 60 your knots, so they kind of fixed that, which is good. Ah, I think that, like, I thought you meant like a hot click spot. Oh, the hot chicks. Gotcha. I didn't even read it. I thought you said clicks. Yeah, true. That's funny, man. Good stuff. Alright, it looks like the winds are coming out from west to east. Probably landing on 272 left, 27 right or left. 2828 has this highway going. See this highway right here? No, it's actually going this way. You can't see it. But the highway's going across the runway, unfortunately, so you can't use that runway for some reason. It's kind of bugged. And it feels worried me a little bit. Let me see how accurate this utility is here. It's pretty good usually. So it's telling us we have 92 gallons on board. This is showing 534 gallons, so obviously there's something wrong there. But it's using our current position, and it's kind of looks pretty accurate though. At least I think we got enough fuel. We should be good. We'll see. Will be my last words. Now it's getting all slow on me. I must be doing a scenery change. Yeah, we are. The one thing with Ortho, when you get this, every tile you have Ortho has to load that 7 gigabytes, you know, or try to load the next tiles coming up. So. Nice. 64 water mask, coastline and inland mask. Did it turn out pretty good with the mask like that? Gotcha. Rhode Island. I have one of my lieutenant, my flight commander from Korea, got out, and he's a Rhode Island state trooper or state police there. Pretty cool. We'll do 2.7 right, ILS. Should be descending soon. Probably another couple minutes. Yep. Probably want to be at see the charts for that. I want to be at 6,000. Okay. Probably gotta start sending now. 6.5 minutes. Okay.
But we took off from Bangor, Maine. The reason that's a special place for me, we're heading over to Iraq, my second tour in Iraq, and we stopped in Bangor, and we had this a C5. I believe we're in a C5 from, it was weird. I think we took off from Dover, for whatever reason, and went up to Bangor, Maine, landed, and we landed. We're going en route to Iraq. We're not even coming back. And there was a bunch of people there, like signs and like supporters and like a lot of like old vets. It was awesome, like probably 200, 300 people, and I was kind of shocked. And they're like, "You want to use our phones? Here's a prepaid phone. Do you want to call your family?" A lot of drinks, and it was just really cool. It was a really awesome community. I had no idea. We had no idea what was coming when we landed. It was kind of a shock because I've never been to Maine in my whole life. So Bangor, Maine is really a special place. It was awesome. Oh, that's awesome, Oshman. Sweet. Oh, no problem, man. No problem at all. I just thought it was excellent when I got there. I had no idea. Like, we were all shocked. We're like, this is pretty cool. These guys are awesome. This is really nice. That's gorgeous, though, man. God, it's gorgeous. I wish I had my shade down right now a little bit because it would make those colors pop just a little bit. But we'll make do. So KTOC gets up there. KCHA. Yeah, right there. Yes, I have. I actually used that. I did a stream on Twitch. If you guys aren't subscribed to me on Twitch, you should do that because I stream on Twitch sometimes as well. I did the US Real Life. Is that the one that has it's like World to Explain, but it's US. It's like a World to Explain version, kinda. I think that's what I use that in California. It's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I was flying a little 208 or 207 Skywagon around California. It was just gorgeous. Yeah, it's amazing. We had the Hollywood sign. We flew to try to find the Hollywood sign. It had some guys in stream. We were trying to find it. We found it finally. Went up to Burbank. See, there's a guy, there's a map maker called GPB 500 who makes 14 airports, and it's a donationware. And there's a couple outside of the California area, but he has like Burbank. One of them. What else do you have? 29 Palms, Palm Springs. I mean, all these beautiful airports. You pay him. I think he's gonna start charging $50, but you get he'll give you a link when you pay. You get all these airports, and he has Jackson Hole, and they're just amazing. Matter of fact, he just sent an email today. He's updating. He added an airport. And he's updating them. And he constantly updates them too. It's pretty awesome. Alright, go ahead and start descent. I'm gonna be at 6,000. And we'll do not 5,000 a minute. 1,500 a minute descent rate. Start pulling back a little bit. Save a little bit of fuel. And I'm also going to change to go direct there. Should let me go direct there. It's not letting me. Huh. Interesting. do this. Out of my speeds, man. I don't know what the. I guess it's automatically doing that. I don't know what's going on. Or I hit my throttle. My different zooms and views are on my throttle, so. Excuse me. I'm also excited for the new CRJ version 2, CRJ 200 version 2. I'm watching Jay Rollins streams, and he has done so much to that plane. So much has changed for the better. He's thinking hopefully in 2 months it'll be out, but he didn't really give a time frame. He said at least 2 months more testing, and it's going to be amazing. He's done the cabin, the different screens now. Like they're not all like the two flight plan or flight management screens. You can independently work those. He's done so much to it. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Really, really a treat. Really going to be cool. Yes, I know it feels low. I know. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. I'm with you. You've probably been flying longer than me, but this is amazing. This is amazing. see if we can actually get on the ILS and see if it actually. The last time it actually held the altitude, but what my heading wasn't held in the heading too well. So we'll see how it works. Yeah, exactly. It is. That's the cool thing. You can actually make your own planes. You know, they provide you tools for PlaneMaker. There's WED for making airports, which I want to get into because I want to make. There's a couple guys who make some military airports, but not many. I want them to start doing some. Start going around and start making some of these airports for the military guys. Just anybody, you know, because a lot of them are, especially ortho. Sometimes they're actually grayed out. Like Tinker is completely grayed out. Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma City. So I want to start using WED to make some airports. That'd be sweet. I also I want to do like a skin for my C90 King Air, and for this one, an Air Force skin with the Air Force logo, the really pretty one up here. Maybe have like a grayish blue stripe here, make it look really nice. It'd be kind of cool. All right, let's see what the weather is. Our barometric pressure at Atlanta. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome made skin. I'm not too fond of the Patriots, but it's still sweet, man. That's awesome. All right, we have a scenery loaded right now. I can hear my hard drive jamming away a little bit. My iPhone or iPad's been updating, so I can get the weather right now. Man, I hate when you update it. It has all these screens. Just love of God. Okay. Um. All right, we're gonna have to wing it. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. I need to slow her down here. Glad we started a ascent when we did. Landing lights on. About a half hour. A half hour or less. It matters what kind of zoom level you do and the speed of your computer. I agree. Okay, we got our localizer in. This is Bing. I've had real good success with Bing, to be honest with you. I've had very few issues with Bing. It's been great. Yep, I use Bing as BI in Ortho. Yeah, you can use it if you want, but I have problems because it's so overloaded that it's hard to get data. I use Bing BI. Yeah, I would try it again and use Bing, man. I have no problems with Bing at all. I'm gonna put our gear down now. See if they have, I don't see a glide slope activated yet. So we're gonna start descending. I use a Vizio M43. It's actually a 43-inch screen Vizio. I love it. Use it. It has a 60 FPS port for the 4K port. One set of flaps. Slow us down a little bit. Alright, next stop is 4,000. Not seeing glide slope though. It's in. Yeah, I have a HDMI. I use HDMI, and it has a really good refresh rate of 60 for that monitor. It's pretty good. Alright, 2700 is our next hit there. So we're not getting a glide slope, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe we're not in the range yet. Active. I don't want to mess around here yet. There it is. But is it gonna catch the glide slope? We'll see. Let's try it. We'll have to abort real quick if it doesn't work. Course should be 276. See if it starts hitting our, that's some choppy wind, a little bit of crosswind here. Yeah, it's ascending. That's good. Doing LNAV, which, well, should be on ILSR now. Yeah, I know I'm high for gear. I'm just trying to slow her down. I just want to see how this works out here. I'm trying to test this with this Garmin, with the ILS. See how it works.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
All right. Crappy landing. But like I said, I have to go full left rudder on takeoff for some reason. So pilot air and I don't know, the ground handling isn't the best yet, but it's all right. The throttle is very sensitive though. All right, we're going to just go to Dallas Jet Base. How about that? Had enough fuel, that was good. See if we can go over here. Fly Delta jets. Okay, where's this jetway area here? I don't think it exists in this airport. I might have to make a UE. Yeah, we'll make a UE right here. We'll go back to the terminal and park her up and call it a night. It's a little it's a fun fly, but it's a little touchy though with the throttles. I gotta tweak that a little bit, maybe. I do have all the augmentation all the way at 0, so whatever inputs I put on the stick, it's like there's not really a null zone, so it's pretty sensitive. Probably. I don't know if you want like to do that or not, but you could use it. Wow. No brakes. There we go. That was weird. What the hell? Okay. Hydraulic low pressure. Weird. Alright. Let me turn off these. I still replay and see how horrible that landing was. At least I didn't flip it because it's easy. That I almost flipped that thing. It's almost like there's no weight when it hits the ground. It's kind of weird. All right, that's a little too far. That's good.
1,000.
The Garmin plugs into any aircraft, but it's not gonna work for like your VNav and stuff. But it'll work for your guidance. There's a instruction manual. It's pretty easy to make it work with any plane. It's very simple. Just got to activate it in the menus. This is gonna be dirty right here. Dirty. There we go. That's what view I want right there. Weird that on the replay the lights, the wing lights aren't flashing. The strobes. Oh, it was light aircraft too, though. Very, very light. Almost had no fuel, so. Oh, yeah, right there. Flared a little bit. Oh, lost some altitude. Wingtip. Recovered. But that would have been real bad for the passengers. They would have probably shit themselves. That's bad. Not laughing. It's kind of comical. That was crazy. And it's weird though. That one wheel, I don't think it would tip that much, but who knows? All right. All right. See if we can see how it looks in the dark real quick, and then show you how it looks in here. Yeah. Here you're there. All right. So that's on. I turned the strobes off. That's why they weren't on. Okay. Let's go here. Turn this lighting on. If I can find it. It's so dark right now. Okay, look in the back. Gorgeous bird though, man. Okay, look in the back real quick. There's the night lighting in back. Cabin. These move. That's cool, man. You can move that around. Pretty neat. Let's see if these actually come on. Look at that. That's cool. Wow, that's nice. All right, guys. Well, that was a pretty long stream. It's about 3.5 hours. We did have to add some fuel in the air to it, but ILS actually caught the ILS. The glide slope kept on our heading. Altitude was good. Bad landing. At least we didn't crash it. It was close. We were like doing a wheelie, like we're on the freaking hydros bouncing there. So look at Atlanta at night here. It's a report. This is a payware, but it's not been updated for a while. But I did get it for Atlanta because I like Atlanta's like kind of a hub. But pretty airport. I do not think I might install the yeah, I don't know. Did I install the lights? The light mod that turns some of these lights white? I don't think I did. I want to reinstall that. It's really cool add-on. A lot of ground vehicles, man. Alright guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I might stream a little later some DCS action, not sure yet. We're going to be going out of town for a day or two, so check you guys soon. Appreciate you guys watching. Ranger 79 out.
Never shine, doing what I've shown. Never be, never see. Won't see what might have been. What I felt, what I've known. Never shine, doing what I've shown. Never free, never be. So I could be.
This is Channel 5 breaking news. We have some breaking news just coming across the wires. Reading reports of massive explosions in Richmond, Virginia. Authorities report the explosion occurring near the Virginian Commonwealth University at approximately 10:08 this morning. We now have a statement from President Barack Obama, and I quote, "Citizens, it is with great sadness that I report this morning's detonation of a radioactive bomb in Richmond, Virginia that has killed thousands of our citizens and struck at the heart of our great nation. Our prayers are with you, and we will stop at nothing to provide assistance in this time of need. God bless the United States of America, and good night." It has been 21 days since the Richmond, Virginia terrorist attack, and we're getting reports that a massive deployment of U.S. and coalition military forces are deploying and staging across bases throughout Southwest Asia in preparation of war. But our sources have confirmed the military campaign will be named Operation Piercing Fury.
Glad we got some hogs from the Rock to join the party. The terrain isn't too different to what you're used to in Korea. One big difference here, no target practice, fellas. We roll locked and loaded at all times.
Hog flight, Voodoo 2-3, request show of force 400 feet off the deck over the target AO. Put the fear of God in them. Contact right. Chass flights, Voodoo 2-3, we're pumping red smoke on target AO. Give them hell, flush them out, cleared hot. I say again, cleared hot.
Mayday, this is Dodge 1-1. I took a SAM hit about 15 minutes ago, and now both engines are out, and I'm punching out.